Cheers, guys! So, today I am so excited to be on here with you guys. Definitely give me the subscribe button. Definitely give me a thumbs up. I'm getting ready and starting right now. And so today's video is going to be about my hair journey and kind of how I started, what was my dilemmas, what were like some good things that I liked about it, what are some things I'm still learning, and I'm just super excited to start the new year with you guys. I have been so busy just doing all sorts of things, just holidays, all that good stuff. You know how that kind of stuff goes. So today is just going to be a really good, just basically summary of how like my hair journey went. I actually started back in 2012. I was actually, got some stuff in my hair. I was still in high school at the time, and that's really when I started to do a lot of my research of like, about natural hair, and learning that, when I was a lot younger, that the hair that I was growing up with wasn't my actual hair. And so it was really about kind of like finding myself again in a way, just of like, who I truly am. And I'm just super excited to just share with you guys my journey about it, because I think for everybody it's different. I feel like some people are like, I don't know if I can just, pull that off, or whatever the case may be. And so for me, like I said, it started back in 2012. I was in high school. I did a lot of basketball all of my years of high school. So it wasn't really, I didn't really think about it until this time phase, because I really think the thing that really urged me to really start doing more research about just like my hair in general was that, I did my hair a lot growing up, and so I would get it done, but whenever it came to me doing my own type of thing, I was usually always the one doing it. And this is back then when I didn't know anything about heat protecting and having the heat on like so high, and learning what my hair was, and how, the hair I was born with. And so it started back then, and around this time I was dealing with a lot of breakage. Like, y'all, I was frying my hair. Like, it was nuts. And so I think it really reached the point for me when I used to always wear like this half up, half down kind of like thing, and I would always straighten my hair, and I would do my own perms. And when I went to cosmetology school, I realized that I was literally frying my hair off because I was over processing my hair. I'm just wanting to do my roots, but I'm doing everything all over again. So I didn't know to just do my roots and leave everything else alone. And so it was a real big learning experience for me. Like, I would just like, wow, like, and so around the time I kind of committed into like going in the phase of being natural, I was starting to get comfortable with protective styling, and I actually committed already to stop doing relaxers. And already I just noticed a difference in my hair texture. I'm just like, what is this? Like, I'm feeling like these little like balls in my hair. And so it was literally like my hair curling back to its natural state. And so it's just amazing to me like how different your hair is when you don't do anything to it. And so it was really one of those times for me where, wearing this hairstyle, I was straightening my hair, and literally in the middle of my head, it was so broken off, and it was horrible. And so I was just like, okay, like this, no, we can't do this. And so it was a real big back and forth ordeal when it came to deciding what I really wanted to do. If I wanted to do a big chop, if I wanted to just grow it out for a good, couple of months before I did a big chop, So until I made up my mind, I did a lot of research on just like seeing, these women, talking about their hair journey and what they do and how, their journey has been, and just things you're going to have to look forward to, products, like you name it. And so I was just getting so inspired and motivated just watching these women, and just seeing like this gorgeous long hair, and just I'm like, wow, I wonder how my hair would be. It's kind of like, first time moms out there who are like, oh, I wonder how my little one's gonna be when I first see her or him. And it was one of those moments for me. Like, I was just like, this should be interesting. And so when I finally committed, the way I did things was actually doing a protective style. I believe I did freestyle braids, and I might have done like a couple sew-ins in between. And so I remember kind of, stopping the relaxers. I did protective styling for about 3 months, and I decided to, like, you know what? I'm getting this close to like getting about ready. So around, maybe a couple weeks before my big chop, I was just doing a lot of protective styling and doing like just different things that I've learned over YouTube, just on how to style my hair when I'm in my while I was in my transition phase. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it was so hard to like my hair around that time, because it's like you're seeing like these beautiful curls like just growing out of your like beautiful scalp, and then like you're like looking at the rest of it like, this has to go, like it just has to go. And so I finally committed, and it was November of 2012. I always remember because I was a senior in high school. I was playing basketball, and I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I had some people that were like with it and people who weren't. And so I think for me, after I did my big chop, I think the most important thing that I wanted to try to achieve was, still looking like a beautiful woman, because, I'm having the short hair, and I mean, like, I buzz cut it. Like, I probably had like, if 8 inch. I mean, I honestly, I'm gonna tell you guys a little side story. And basically, so when I went to go get my hair for my big chop done, I kind of told her like I kind of wanted to keep some length, kind of cut it in some kind of style. And so when I got home and was just kind of seeing that there was like curly, and then there was like these little straight pin pieces, that's when I kind of went into the matter of my own hands and went in with scissors and just literally just started cutting off nothing but permed ends. And so I'm kind of glad I did do that, because it kind of allowed me to really release all of that. Like, I'm, getting ready to graduate, like, it was just very releasing for me. And so I really felt that kind of got my confidence up during that process, was doing that. And a lot of the videos that I did watch, it was the biggest secret of it all, y'all, was to wear accessories. So I went and bought hair accessories that I could. I started getting like products and starting to get my curls defined, and wearing really extravagant statement earrings to fill in like my small little head that I had at the time. And so it was exciting. It was still a love-hate relationship. I didn't just absolutely love it right away. I really had some comfortability I had to like really go through in that process. And so with all of that, y'all, like, it has literally been about 6 years now, and I absolutely love it. I have not went back, not one time. I did do a lot of coloring with my hair, and I slowly but surely realized that basically that all of that was just really like, it was just really that like coloring anything that's not in its natural state was, definitely going to alter your curl pattern in some way or some form if you're not taking care of your hair properly. And so with that, it just really took me maybe about the third or fourth time to realize like, okay, Sierra, you need to stop cutting your hair. And so that's when I finally just stopped doing that. I have not done any color or any kind of like color treatment to my hair in over about a year now, and it has definitely, you would think 6 years you would have so much more hair. So that's why it's not as long, is because those times where I was, doing color to my hair, I would eventually cut it off. And I mean, like, cut it off like a good 2 inches off. And so I finally just committed to, like, you know what? I'm done with it. Washing my hands with it. This is what we're dealing with. And so I've just come to learn my hair color and to accept what I have. And so here we are. And shrinkage is real, y'all. It is definitely getting there. I also, around the time where I stopped doing color, I also stopped doing heat. And I will straighten my hair every 1 to 2 days out of the year, and I would basically do a limb check. And usually if I don't straighten my hair, what I'm doing now is basically how I would just see where my hair lies and just, just see how long she's getting. But yeah. And so just, y'all, during my beginning phases of going natural, I was a big product junkie. So for those of you out there who are trying to commit to going natural, I'm not gonna lie, it's not the easiest thing to cope with sometimes, because it's like you're still trying to figure out how your hair works, what products work for what. But I will give you guys a really big tip, and it's whatever works in the beginning. More than likely you're not going to stick with other things, because of course there's 100 and whatever products out there to choose from and to try. But when things aren't working, always go back to what worked before, because I would sit up here and get all these products, and then like I'll out of the blue just run into something. I was like, oh yeah, I did use that and it worked. So big tip for you guys right there. And so honestly guys, I absolutely love like being natural. I think I've always have, like, I would have dreams about me like relaxing my hair and like waking up like spazzing out, y'all. Like, it's that serious. Have I ever thought about wanting to perm it? I feel like it's definitely came up, but it was one of those things that like I honestly can achieve the same look with my natural hair than having to relax my hair. So when you find things that work when it comes to straightening your hair, it's definitely like, it just feels so much better. It looks better, and you're having healthier hair. Like, it's the best thing for you. And so that was pretty much, all I really have as far as how like my journey went. It was just really the big transition till the big chop that was kind of like like all over the place. But once I finally did it, it was just like, okay, like, it's done. And I feel like everything else is just from experience on like what you do, what works for you, knowing your hair type, knowing how to properly wash and moisturize your hair. I honestly don't use shampoo on a regular basis when it comes to washing my hair. I do a lot more like co-washes and hair masks. And only time I really shampoo it is if I have a lot of product buildup. And so that is when I usually would go in with a shampoo. And 99.99% of the time, it is sulfate free. And so other than that, y'all, like, it's been quite a bit of journey. I really cannot wait to see where my hair will be in the next couple of years, since I've, stopped doing the color. This is, I've noticed growth in it within the last 6 months, but like I said, I haven't been doing any kind of coloring in almost a little over a year now. So it's been exciting, guys, and I'm just so excited to just ready for 2019, y'all. Like, I'm so excited to just be on here more, like, literally around the holidays. I just fell in a little hole, Phew. And I'm back, so I will be keeping you guys posted with your weekly videos. I definitely would love to hear anyone's stories out there as far as your hair journey. comment below. Let me know. Let's get to know each other and our hair. I would love to hear you guys' tips. You know, what was the most hardest thing for you? What are things that work for you that make your life easier? Please share them. And if you guys can give your girls a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next one.